Hi all of us family, I'm Sonia and this is my sister Jayna, and we live in San Francisco. And we're a part of the Epic Church community, and we've been super blessed by how that community has really rallied around us during the past 6 months to a year. We've gone through some really challenging things, but God has shown himself to be really gracious and blessed us a lot. So here are a few stories of how he's shown his provision.
Well, one of the things our family has struggled with over the last 6 months is that our 𝘠𝘰𝘯, which is grandmother, and 𝘬𝘰𝘮𝑗, has gotten really sick with Parkinson's. So we went to visit her in December, and it was really disheartening for all of us seeing her in a really hard mental and health state. And when we came home, I just felt really helpless, like I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I'm really so blessed to have amazing Epic students community to rally around me, and they really encouraged us, and I felt really loved. And I think one of the things that one of the verses that God spoke to me was the verse in Matthew something. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And I think that I've learned through this past couple months that God is always there for me, and that I can lay my disappointments and hardships down, and he will comfort me.
And one of the struggles I'm personally going through is I was dealing with a lot of feelings of failure and anger and cynicism throughout this time period. I think a lot of young people are feeling angry. And just like the political situation, a lot of the things I was seeing in the news, and then personally, like applying to colleges was really tough, and I was feeling like I didn't have a very clear direction of my future, and I was burnt out because of work, and honestly just kind of angry at God with all the negative stuff that was happening. And I realized that when we started going back to church, that I had been cutting myself off from a lot of community and pretending I was fine when I wasn't. And so community really helped me to open up to my feelings and be honest about them. And I really saw God's hand in how even when I was still angry at him, and when I was still angry at the circumstances, that he was providing for me and leading me to different people and different areas where I could really grow. For instance, now in this season, I've joined college group at Epic and been able to really talk with other students about their struggles in college and about loneliness. I struggled a lot with loneliness because we are homeschooled, and so being cut off from extracurricular activities during the pandemic meant that we were cut off from a lot of our friends, and a lot of homeschoolers don't continue through high school. So I lost a lot of my friends, or I fell out of touch with several of them. And I think being able to relate to people in college group and in students about some of the things I was feeling, some of the things I was struggling with, really gave me the perspective to see how God was really providing for me, and that he kept bringing all the positive things into my life. And one verse that really has stuck with me is in Jeremiah, actually. It's one that we studied in students, and it's Jeremiah 29:11, and it's I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. And it was really comforting to know that God had a future for me, he had a plan for me, and that he's willing to carry me through this next season, going into college, and for Jayna throughout high school, really to give us a pathway forward.